Welcome to EnigmaCast Nerds. I got a special guest on tonight, a new friend I made by coming across one of his videos on YouTube, and I tracked him down, finally bribed him enough to come on my show. Tim Gayhart, thank you for being on my show, Tim. Please introduce yourself real quick.
Thank you for having me on your show. I'm Tim Gayhart, co-founder of Ohio Bigfoot Searchers. We've been doing research since 2021, and we have a group on Facebook, it's Ohio Bigfoot Researchers. We have over 5,000 members, and if you join the group, please answer all the questions because if you don't, you won't get in. And we have a YouTube channel. I've only got like 20 some videos up right now. I just started it back in, I think it was October. But I've done many podcasts, been on many different people's shows.
Correct. And so, Tim, what's the name of your YouTube channel real quick?
Ohio Bigfoot Researchers.
Okay, Ohio Bigfoot Researchers. Enigmites, all that will be in the description of this video as we get along with it. And again, my man, the one-eyed wonder out of North New Jersey up there, Sasquatch Steve Taylor. It's been a minute. Tell him what's up, Steve.
Hey, how you doing, Joe? It's been I was just thinking the other day, the last time we were on, I think it was probably our year-end recap show.
No, there was one more. We have one more on that. So, anyways, you might not know this. Steve has been looking for dinosaurs deep in the Congo. Had a bad bout of malaria with mosquitoes. Almost lost his one working eye.
One good eye.
Had to come on back, but he's here tonight to sit down to have a great conversation with Tim. And Enigmites, Tim has a very amazing story about a dogman encounter that he has, but that's just not his only level of expertise. He's into the Sasquatch world as well. And again, like I was telling them pre-show, I get pulled in a lot of different directions, and I've been talking about, conspiracies, UFOs, and all this other stuff. And you guys know, man, every now and then I got to get back to the roots, back to the dogman, back to the things that go thump in the night. So again, Tim, I can't wait to get into this story and share it with all of our followers and everything as well. And so, Tim, just for our listeners, when you say that you're Ohio Bigfoot Research, I'm assuming you're in Ohio. That's where you're currently at, right? I know that's an easy softball question right there. So you're in Ohio, right? Okay. So don't sleep on cryptids in Ohio, Enigmites. They're everywhere, right? So, So Tim, please, if you could, we've talked about that story, but if you could please just share that encounter with us, man, that'd be awesome.
Well, the first full body encounter that of the Bigfoot was in April of 2021 at a park here in Ohio, which is Salt Fork State Park. It's in the southeastern part of Ohio and just in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. And it was the first one that I really truly seen, know exactly what it was. I mean, I've had other encounters in the woods of when I was hunting and stuff at night and in the daytime. But this one I seen full vision of it. It was about 80 to 90 yards up on the hillside. And it walked from big old oak tree over about 15 foot to a big beech tree, which these trees they're old growth trees. I mean, they're humongous. I mean, 40 inches at least around. And it was dark black. It was probably 8 foot to 9 foot tall. Had probably a 4.5 foot shoulder span on it.
Wow.
I couldn't tell if it was a male or female because it was too far, and the sun was behind it. It was on the ridge line, and all I could see was just the body shape and color.
So it was 9 feet tall, and it was black, right?
Yeah.
And so I've only been to Cleveland one time, right? I don't have a lot of Ohio experience, but so on the Ohio map, would that be North Ohio, South Ohio? Where would that?
Cleveland's northern Ohio. And Salt Fork would be southeastern Ohio, almost down to West Virginia.
Okay, so yeah, so that's where. So yeah, so right. Okay, that makes sense to me now. So you
I would
said
say makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, the foothills of the Appalachians. Okay, and so Tim,
Yeah.
were you actively out hunting these things, or was this just a camping trip, or what?
Well, we went to Salt Fork. We joined a Bigfoot group, and we heard about seeing people seeing Bigfoot down there and everything. I always wanted to go down there deer hunting when I was able to hunt, but never ended up going. So we just took us a weekend trip. They was having a camp out. The group was down there at a group camp. They do Bigfoot research on the weekends down there, and it's a primitive camping area. And it's Bigfoot groups rent it because it's a group camp. You have to be a group to be able to rent that area. And so we went down to the camp out and stuff, and they have a meeting every night. They have people tell their encounters around at night at the fire ring. Everybody meets at a certain fire ring in the camping area, and you tell your encounters and you share your pictures and all that if you got them. And then usually they usually go out, split up and go out on night investigations, and they do day investigations. So we ended up going down there just to see what it was, to learn more about the Bigfoot. And well, here in Ohio, they're called the Grassman. And so we ended up down there, and we was out exploring the park, trying to find this camping area. So we was exploring the park and trying to find the camping area because we'd never been there. It was our first trip to Salt Fork. And then we went over to the it's called Hozak's Cave area. And we was looking around there, and that's when I had my first full body encounter with a grass man.
Well, that's awesome. So I got some newbie questions for you I can ask real quick. All right. So me and Steve we've actually dug into some pretty good Bigfoot encounter stories. We've several out the Hanobian incident in Oklahoma. We did a couple in Alaska. What was the name? What was that place in Alaska, Steve?
Port Chatham.
Yeah, Portlock event or whatever. But I've never heard them called. I know this is going to might sound like a noobish question to Ohio-lander there. Why do you call him the Grassman? I'm just curious on that.
The natives in Ohio, when it was before the settlements and stuff, they called them the Grassmans because Ohio, in the flat areas of Ohio, all the way into Indiana to southern Midwest, Kentucky and stuff, this all used to be like plains, like grass plains.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.